Welcome back to Fully Stoked Podcast. I'm your host, Sarah Stokes. Cody's not with us today because I'm here with another phenomenal entrepreneurial woman, and Annah Marie Kirschbaum, and she is the owner of Shear Shine Grooming Spa in Asheville. And her story is really interesting. She has overcome a lot of obstacles in her life. So I cannot wait to dig in, Anna. First of all, what a beautiful space and what cool art you have here.
Thank you.
What is this? This is your friend who...
So it's a client of mine and a friend. She's been a client of mine for years.
Beautiful.
And she just decided to donate it to Shear Shine because she loves us so much.
Yes, I do too. I brought Buddy, my little white dog, who's not with me, here last week, and he left with the best cut he's ever had. And he was so happy, and he was so fluffy and cute, and so we'll be coming back.
That's our goal.
Yeah, I told her that he was not traumatized.
Yeah,
and
that's the goal.
Is. So that was good. That was really positive. I've never taken him to a place. He's been to a few places that he's not been traumatized. So anyway, it's a beautiful shop. Come check it out if you can. She's got things for sale over here too.
Yeah.
CBD.
Yeah.
Arts. Is that what it is for?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, they're just CBD treats to help with, pups that are old, anxiety, like dementia, arthritic. They can do all kinds of things for, yep.
Do you have a website, or you've got like a Google site where people could come and just see where I think you've got a Google site.
I do have a Google site.
Yeah.
I have not gotten a website.
Well, you don't need to,
believe it or not.
She's so busy. She is so busy.
And it's, so, we have Facebook, we have Google.
She doesn't need it. I'm telling you. It's a funny story. So we were scheduled, I think, last week, and I came in to bring Buddy, and I was like, I just want to say hi, Anna, and I'll see you tomorrow. She was like, I haven't even checked my email. I was like, no worries. She's like, I'm so sorry. It's so busy. I was like, girl, you are preaching to the choir. It is fine. It is fine. And she was rolling with me today. I lost my phone before I got here. So
yeah,
thank you for great.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
It is.
That's what it's all about.
So Anna has a really cool story. And before we start with that, I just want to welcome you back and remind you that I'm Sarah Stokes. So what I do by day is I'm a lender with Sarah Stokes Home Loans and Coast to Coast Mortgage. But even though I can help people with their home financing needs, I love connecting. So I'm a community connector. I love connecting people like Anna, her story of overcoming trials and hard things in her life. And now she's built a wonderful, beautiful business, very successful. And I think that this connection, it teaches people so much. So I'm so glad to have you, Anna, and she's got a lot to share. Yeah,
Thank you for having me.
So Anna was born and raised right here in Asheville, in the Montford neighborhood.
Yeah. Born in Mission Hospital, raised in Montford.
So you're one of the few people that
true native. I've traveled and I moved away,
I'll edit that out again. Do not disturb. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
3, 2, 1. Okay, so the curse of the beautiful mountains.
The Blue Ridge Mountains, you always come back.
Yes.
If you come to visit, you're going to come back.
Here.
Yep. So yeah, I moved away for a long time, or for a while. My daughter was 2.5.
Okay, now this is a cool story. So where did you move, and what cool thing did you do when you got there?
So I moved to Florida, like Palm Bay area.
Okay.
Cocoa Beach. I lived in Cocoa Beach for a while and then moved to Palm Bay.
Okay.
But I worked at Brevard Zoo for 2 years.
Okay, what is that?
2.5 years. Brevard Zoo.
Oh, zoo. Yeah, this was the zoo. So you worked at a zoo.
Yes.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, worked at the zoo. I did housekeeping to get my foot in the door. and got to experience a lot because I knew I wanted to work with animals, and got to experience a lot of the animals and worked with reptiles, which just, I love reptiles. That was a big thing for me. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And you groom. Do you groom, or is there any grooming for reptiles?
Maybe nails, but not, they can have baths. That's like, they enjoy swimming.
Learn something new every day.
I mean, snakes shed skin, they shed, but you don't really, they kind of do that themselves. You might help here and there, but that's not. Yeah, but giving them a bath, like soaking them, helps that. So,
Interesting.
But yeah, so then,
so you had to fill in. You had to fill in.
So then I stopped working at the zoo.
Okay.
Due to car issues and politics and things, and just found a job at a facility that was boarding, grooming, daycare, training, and I was part of the boarding and daycare facility.
So you've always loved animals.
So I've always, it's always been, I've always enjoyed animals and loved animals and wanted to work with animals.
So that's unique. I love animals, but I've always wondered, I think if I was a groomer, I mean, I couldn't be, clearly, because there are dogs that'll
bite you, right? Yes. Bite,
so that's
scratch. Yep. I mean, I've got cuts on bruises on my hands as we speak.
But are you kind of like the dog whisperer though, or you be getting even more, right? You have
to. Yeah, you have to learn their animal behavior, and it also has to do with how you contain your energy and grounding yourself, and knowing, because if you're having a bad day, they're empaths. They're going to feel everything you're feeling. So, they are animals in general.
Interesting.
So if you are nervous, they know it, and that's going to make them nervous.
So you can contain that if you have like
you have to learn to, absolutely. Absolutely. And I mean, it takes time.
Yeah.
I've always been an empath myself. So from a young age, like I was extremely shy. I was very sensitive to energies and just different feelings and people.
Right. Yeah.
And different situations. And so I think that's kind of why I work well with animals, is because I resonate with them and how they, experience the world, which is very sensitive. They're sensitive to energy, to what you're feeling. So if you're having a bad day, if you can't take a deep breath and ground that and hone that in, they're going to feel it.
Yeah.
And it's going to make your job even harder with grooming or working with animals, period. It doesn't matter, I feel like just animals, period, that's going to make it harder for all of the above.
So if I'm with someone who's scared of dogs and they see a dog coming and I'm not,
you might feel,
well, but I'm like, it's okay. You go that way. I'm going to, hey buddy,
right.
But, maybe the dog growls at that person, but not me. So that's the energy that they feel, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's, and sometimes it's, I mean, as far as dogs go and dog behavior, they don't always know where it's coming from. Like, and it might be anxious, and it might be just excited, or it might be like, pent up, like energy that they don't know what to do with, or where it can go, because they're not, whereas we as humans have kind of been taught, or we learn like, okay, how do we expel this and, let go of this release of energy that we have, or how we can,
energy. That's really, I've never heard dog behavior explained like that. And that resonates with me. So I was leaving the house. I told you I lost my other phone and I couldn't find it, and I had it in my hands, and then it didn't. And I mean, it just the weirdest thing. So I'm stressed out, and I'm like looking everywhere 3 or 4 times. What do you think Buddy's doing? He's stressed out. He's running after me, getting under my feet, and I'm like, "What are you doing?
Right?
This
Why
is
are you
not
doing
the
this?"
time."
Yeah.
But he wasn't.
He was
until
feeling
I
you.
was.
Yep.
And when I got stressed out, he got stressed out. So
Yep.
that
Yep.
really confirms it every single time. Okay, so next time I just need to be cool.
Well, but I mean, you know, things happen. You know, it's life. Things happen, and we lose. You know, and that happens for me. I might have a bad day. Something might come up in my life that I have no control over. That you have no control over.
Right.
So, you know, and so to be able to like recognize that and take a deep breath and try and change that, you know, is a big deal in the grooming industry. Like when I'm working with pups, you know, my especially because I don't want them to feel that. And I don't want them to go home traumatized. And
he was,
or feeling traumatized.
He was so
in any way, shape, or form.
I've never seen him that happy. So yeah, I get that. I think,
you know,
so you're special. You have some, you know, special ability that most people don't. So.
Yeah, and I work on teaching. You know, luckily I have a really good team right now, which is not always. That hasn't always been the case. It's definitely for the last 13 years. Ups and downs.
Yeah.
For, you know,
as a business owner, you have to fill in when other people don't.
Oh yeah.
Which was the case last week. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Like your blood, sweat, and tears, you're always there. No matter what kind of day somebody's having, you know, you're there to pick up the pieces and fill in the pieces.
Yeah. So and you work with your team and you
yes
strategies. So what is one strategy? You said take a deep breath. So when we're feeling anxious or whatever, just take a deep breath. And then did you say feel it? Allow yourself to feel it? Or something?
Yeah, absolutely. Take a deep breath, ground yourself. I mean, feel what you're feeling. And sometimes I say, okay, let's put the pup away. Like somebody else can either finish the job or, you know, if you're if you're not jiving with this pup, then somebody else I'll step in and, you know, it doesn't have to happen often. Usually it's just like, take a moment, take a deep breath.
Yeah.
But I definitely always recommend like, okay, and I have to do that for myself. Like if I'm grooming a pup who is challenging, because there are challenging pups, they're not used to it, they're rescues or whatever. Even if they're not rescues, they're just not used to grooming. And they don't want to be groomed. That's not in their, you know, day-to-day, their routine. That's not what they want. It's not like the sauna for them.
Right.
It's for us.
Yes.
Or a facial, you know, or so working them through that and giving them breaks and letting them have a break, not only them but yourself, and being able to like then come back to the table. And most of the time it works out. It's okay. You know, there's a lot of the time where or there's some of the time I should say that we have, you know, we all help together as a team where someone's talking to the pup that might be having a hard time. So somebody else is comforting them, like emotional support.
So this
while other things, while I'm doing the nails for them or shading their pads or, you know, so it's a team effort for sure.
I did not realize that there was that much that went into it. So when you drop your dog off, you've never done this before. If you don't have a dog, you drop them off for a long, like, you know, several hours. And I'm always wondering, like, what are they doing? It just seems, you know, but it's not just your shop. It's every shop I've ever gone to.
Right.
I guess that's why. And then you've got more dogs than just one dog. So if another dog is having a problem, everybody has to.
Yeah. Right. So it's, yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
And the appointments are staggered. So it's kind of, you know, we certainly try and get them in and out as fast as possible, but some take more time than others. Right. And we're not trying to push it. We're trying to make them comfortable.
Makes sense.
You know,
you would leave with a traumatized dog.
Right.
Who does not want to ever come back.
It's not an assembly line. That is not what we're looking for. It's It's quality, not quantity.
Okay. So I think you're a problem solver is what it sounds like. You have lots of problems that come up. All entrepreneurs are, but you might have extra hair with dogs. Do you ever groom cats?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was a thing. I just sort of was joking.
No, yeah, we groom cats. We have a lot of cat nail trims that come in, or just like potty patches. Like we'll shave out the potty patch.
Oh, gotcha.
We do have some that come in to get shaved. Some parents want them shaved. So cats are more dangerous.
Yes. They've got claws.
They have, and they have a certain bacteria in their saliva that is like, if you get bit by a cat, you have to go on antibiotics. Like you have to go get that cleaned and antibiotic. I know groomers who have lost fingers and limbs and things from not going to get. So please, if you ever get bit by a cat, go get antibiotics. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Yeah. And they have a time limit. They have a very short span, whereas dogs have a little bit longer of a span. Cats are definitely more temperamental. They're sweet, sweet, and I love them to death. But they're definitely there's a time limit where you need to like get it done fast. And
I'm impressed. I really didn't know that was such a thing.
Yeah,
cats got groomed.
Some of them do. No.
Okay, I was gonna say I didn't think so.
No, I think there's a lot of salons that don't actually do the kitty cats.
All right, so you've got that special thing that you can work with cats too. Well, so what brought you? You learned a lot. A lot of the things that you overcame, I was talking about that earlier in life, started even in childhood, right?
Yeah.
So one of the first things that resonated with me and my family, I have this situation too, is that you grew up with dyslexia, right?
Yeah.
So you had to overcome that, not just like one time, but like every day at school.
Yes.
And your entire school life, right? So how was that? Like, how did that form you into who you are? I'm sure
it was hard. It was hard. I always, and I hate saying this out loud because it just, but it's true. Like I felt stupid.
Oh.
That was something I felt about myself for a long time. And I'm not stupid, but it was something that, happened for me because in school, everybody else did things so easily and understood things and read things and spelled things. Whereas it didn't come naturally to me in that way. I was more creative. I worked with my hands, and like in a different way. The paperwork, here's a piece of paper with questions and a textbook. I was lost, didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, so many kids experience that.
Yeah, and it was, I think that they have a little more tools nowadays, maybe for people with learning disabilities than they did when I was younger, because I was in 4th grade when I was diagnosed severe dyslexic. So, and the tools and things that they had were obviously different.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, we only get better with time. So.
Right.
So my husband, I didn't tell you this earlier. I told you about another person that I'm not going to talk about right now. But my husband actually, I believe he has the diagnosis of dyslexia.
Yeah.
But like you, he may have felt that way, but he is so successful.
Yeah.
As an adult.
Yeah.
And she is so successful.
Because I know I'm not, and that's why I don't like saying it, because I've changed that narrative in my brain of,
that'll help somebody. I mean, there's somebody out there who might feel that way.
Yes. And I know that feeling. But you're not by any means. You're not stupid. There's no, it's different. We operate differently. Can
I say, honestly, she has built an incredible business here. It really is. I'm understating it. Like, she is very successful.
Thank you.
So to go from feeling That's a little tear jerky.
Right.
Like, go from as a child feeling stupid to being a very successful grown up.
Yeah.
Then that means anybody could do it. Right?
Absolutely. I mean, I did not graduate high school. I tried very hard. It felt like a failure for me. It was like a hard fail. I went and took my GED twice and failed. Tried very hard. And I finally gave up and just said, okay, whatever. Like, this is not like, I'm just gonna go from there and wing it.
Be successful.
And make it whichever way I can. So
you did.
So that's, have no high school diploma or GED, and that I have a business and I am successful.
She is.
So I'm,
That's awesome.
living proof that you can make it. And the most important thing is being happy, finding what you're happy with yourself.
Right.
And what you do on a day-to-day basis, because life is too short.
Right.
Life is too short.
I concur. Don't stay in
Don't settle.
Yeah, don't stay in that like clock in, clock out world.
Yeah,
where
no.
you hate your job.
Too short. Life's too short. So, yes, I feel very blessed that I was able to find something that I love to do and I enjoy to do and I am good at. And I wake up in the mornings and yes, it's work, but at the same time, I wake up and I'm like, all right, it's a new day. Let's go.
It's awesome.
And
I love also rolling back on the conversation we just had about your energy and how you said, just take a deep breath, allow yourself to feel it and then go on, like problem solve, figure it out.
Right.
Do you get help from one of your teammates or do you take a break or, how can you move on to the next thing? Some people shut down and they don't take that deep breath and don't feel the feelings. They keep trying to stuff them. So I think that's like good life advice.
Yes, yes. And it takes a village. I mean, I've learned, I learned mostly by speaking with the community and talking to other entrepreneurs and other people who are learning and have learned. And
so you would be a good speaker to have. I mean, if you would want to get in front of people, how do you feel about getting in front of people? I'm always trying to get speakers. That's really inspiring.
Yeah.
What you just said, you dropped out of high school, you tried twice for your GED, and look at you now.
Yeah.
Like that would be a really cool speaking engagement to have, like a women's event, entrepreneur event, a women's business or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm pretty open to, we'll see.
We got a speaker.
Scared, but
so the reason I
take a deep move forward.
Yes. The reason I thought I knew Anna was through the Thrive WNC Women's Entrepreneur Network, but it's not. It's through a different reason. But I need to tell you about that. So that's just it's sort of a network group, but it's just a monthly networking group, and it's not intense high pressure. It's just women coming together.
Yeah.
The last event we did,
I love that.
We had a speaker who was talking about Google and your Google business site and how to improve the search engine optimization, the SEO, and get more people to see your business. And I know you don't have that struggle because you're very vibrant business here, but that was just
and I pay somebody to do it. I pay somebody to do that side because it's not.
You don't have
it's not my skill level.
Yeah.
It's just not technology and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like my skill is in the back of the house with the dogs and the people.
Yeah.
The managing,
running things.
I know like the other sides of it, but
just knowing that you
somebody else handle it.
That's a strength that you know your strengths
and
you know your weaknesses. So it'll just have some. So if it's not a good use of her time, then obviously, send it to somebody else. But so we do things like that. But we've got next year coming up, and I think having real life women entrepreneurs who have overcome things.
Yeah.
People love that. People love to hear that they too can step out of what they're in and try something else because you did it. And if she did it, then I can do it.
Absolutely. There is a world of possibilities for so many different walks of life, you know.
So
and
I had one more thing I wanted to ask you about. Like
Yeah.
when you were young,
mhm,
you lost your brother. Were
mhm.
you 12 or was he 12?
I was 12. He was 22. He was still a baby,
Yeah.
you know.
The young kid. Yeah.
So, and I was like right in that, you know, young girl, preteen or teenager, you know. Yeah, you know, it was one of the hardest things I've ever been through. It was a huge learning experience. You know, I struggled with depression and always have.
Yeah.
And that kind of really put into like I had actual like suicide ideations.
Okay. After that.
Before and after that, but certainly before that, and then so my brother committed suicide, and that was a very big thing. But it also was kind of, you know, for me it was like, whoa, this really hurts. I could never do this to somebody. It really it shifted like the feelings of like, you know, depression and suicidal ideations and thoughts, that it was, you know, no, that's not the answer. So thousands of dollars of therapy and work on myself, you know, which I'm very grateful for. I'm happy that that's where I went with it versus the other side, because there's, you know, a second, a different side that you could take that. And it made me stronger. And it you know, and more understanding also with people and their day and what they go through on a day-to-day basis, you know, and grieving and grief and all of the above. I mean, it just shifted my world at a young age.
Very young age.
Very young age. Wow. So, you know, then, of course, I was angry, and I can't say that I wasn't grateful at first. It took a moment, you know, for that gratitude to come in for the experience of, and like understanding what I had experienced and what I had been through and what I had lost. You know, and that was, I am extremely grateful now for the experience and for what I've learned from the experience.
So that pain and that hurt
of that.
Yeah. It was very difficult for you, but you learned. So.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, it made me who I am today. It made me work, you know, to be the better person that I am.
Yeah.
So, and understanding of other people's grief and pain and where they're at in their life. Because, you know, sometimes it's hard to have compassion when somebody's going through their stuff and you don't understand it. It can be hard to have compassion for it. Whereas I kind of, from a young age, experienced such a hard grief and like a hard, you know, that, you know, I just, compassion and understanding that you don't know what's going on in somebody's day-to-day life. You just don't. So, you know, if they come across irritated or angry or whatever, like, you don't know what's happening in their personal life, in their personal space, and to have compassion for it and to not make it personal, because it's not personal to you. Good.
So I'm rolling back and I'm thinking, you said you're empathic, you're an empath. So I'm wondering if all the things that you had to endure, you know, with dyslexia, and then your brother's passing and having to deal with that, you felt so much, right? And so I'm wondering if that made you, yes,
Yeah.
of course it did. It made you very empathic and patient.
Yes.
Which is what you need to groom dogs or cats and run a business and fill in, if someone doesn't show up or someone's sick or whatever. So, and manage, all of that. So yeah, I think, we were talking about how this podcast has helped people, and they've talked to me before and they're like, I didn't know that resonated with me, or this person experienced this. And I was going through the same thing. And it's sort of like that. I'm hoping that, there'll be people that hear this and they're like, she overcame so much.
I hope so
too. Can do that. Yeah. I know I can do it too.
You can.
Yeah.
You can, for sure.
Well, thank you for sharing all that.
Yeah, of course.
Very personal, and I really appreciate that.
It is. And but it's also beautiful because it makes us who we are, and hopefully somebody can get the good jujus out of it, the good vibes. So
you had your first daughter when you were young.
Yeah.
For 17.
Yeah.
She is so young, right? She's got a grandbaby. Can you believe this? Look at her. She's so beautiful and young. Yeah. And she's got a grandbaby. 1 month or 1 year?
1 year.
Old.
Yeah. Precious. August 18th. So a little over a year, but.
Oh, that's awesome. And you have another daughter. You have 2 daughters?
I have 2 daughters. Yep. Awesome. One's 23. I had her I got pregnant when I was 17, had her by the time I was 18.
Okay.
And then my 14-year-old, I think I was 26, so I was a little older at that point. And I waited, I had a span between the two of them. And yeah, that was also huge because I didn't know what I was doing or where I was going in life. And I made a hard decision and chose her life.
Awesome.
To have her and to go from there. And I was a single mom, dad wasn't ready to grow up. So pretty much from day one was me and her.
Well, you're not scared of work. You are not scared to work. That was a hard decision.
Yeah, it was. But it worked out, and she's the love of my life. I mean, they both are.
That's awesome.
And yeah, and everything, honestly, I mean, she kind of pushed me to be the person I am also. She was the reason that I worked so hard to be able to provide, which also made it to where she, lost out on some things as far as, me being a mom who had to work so much and work full time. I wasn't able to be at certain school functions or, I mean, there were times that, and that hurts me. Like I have mom guilt over that, but it is what it was. Right. It is what it is. It was where I had to be, at that time in our life. And, she had a roof over her head and she had clothes to wear and food in her belly and got to do other activities. I just unfortunately was not able to be there for certain things like school activities, like when she'd have certain awards. But my mom did. My mom, I'd call my mom and be like, please go.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nevaeh, she's got this award and I'm here and I can't get away, so and I think she understood, I think she understood. And Araya, my second daughter, she's kind of had a different, of course, a little bit different life because I was older and had certain things kind of more set up in life than I did for Nevaeh when she was young.
Sure.
So, but Araya has experienced some of the same things. There's times that I can't, couldn't get there. And Araya does have her father, whereas Nevaeh did not. Nevaeh's father is not in the picture. Nevaeh has a wonderful stepfather.
Good.
Which we are actually not together anymore, but he has always been her
That's awesome.
step-in father and always will be. We're good friends. We love each other dearly. And then, you know, Araya actually, and she'll tell you herself, she's like, I'm a pretty lucky girl. I have 3 father figures, like 3 amazing father figures. Yes. Because my husband currently, and then Derek, who was my boyfriend a long time ago, a long time ago. And then she also has her father
That's great.
figure. So that's pretty amazing that she's got, like, you know, where most people don't even have one. So
is Derek also Nevaeh's?
Derek is Nevaeh's, yes.
Stepfather.
Like,
okay, that's awesome.
He didn't legally adopt her, but he adopted her, and
good job, Derek.
Very much there for her every day. Derek's the one that helped me actually, like, open the business and, like, supported, like, said, yes, you can do this.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that you're speaking positive with your ex too. That's really great.
He's amazing. I love him.
Awesome.
Yeah. We're still very, very, very good friends. He comes to all the family functions.
Oh, good.
Oh, yeah. We all, So.
That's awesome. That's good. Healthy for the kids too.
Yes. Yeah.
Grown kids. You got 1 grown and 1 teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, so you founded Shear Shine Grooming Spa at 28 years old. So just 2 years after your second daughter was born. You had a lot on your plate.
Yeah.
And Derek helped. And tell us this interesting story. Like, so you had a client who really believed in you. What happened?
A client that believed in
you. Something they won some money or something? Is that
so that's Derek.
So
Derek. Yes. So Derek, I met Derek because I started grooming his Saint Bernard.
Okay.
And we ended up, you know, falling in love, and we were together for like 4 years. So I think Araya was probably 10 or 11 months old. Me and her father were not, you know, but he went to Cherokee Casino and won $10,000 one night.
Are you serious? That's awesome.
And he came to me and was like, Anna, I really think, because we met and I was grooming his Saint Bernard, and he was like, I really think that you have, you know, like, I believe in you. You do such a great job. I really think that you can do this. I think that you should do this. I think you should open a business, and I'm going to give you $10,000 to do so.
Are you serious? He gave you all of it?
Yes. And then some.
Derek.
And I've paid him back. I know he's so amazing. Like, he really is such an awesome guy. And so he supported me, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
Like, no, I can't do this. I don't, no, no, I can't do that. Like, no, I was so scared. And he was like, yes, you can do it.
Awesome.
And so it literally went from an idea to opening day within a month.
Whoa.
Like, it rolled out like red carpet. I mean, it really did. We found, there was a business a mile away at somebody's home. Her name's Debbie, and she still brings her pup to me. She was amazing. So it was Shear and Shine. She was selling her business.
Oh, cool.
And I moved it from there to here. And this didn't look anything like it does now.
Okay.
Me and Garrett, my current husband, remodeled it, but it's about 3 years ago we remodeled it. But me and Derek helped me kind of just get it,
going
into a brick and mortar, and we got it going, and that was what it was. And then I just sort of ran with it, from there.
He's part of your
village. And I've paid him back, we've worked our things out, and we're still, like I said, he comes to every family function. I love him dearly.
Oh, that's great.
He had so much faith in me, and I don't know if I would have ever gotten there had he not been like, yes, you can do this, and yes, I believe in you, and yes, you should do this.
So he's part of her village.
Yeah.
Earlier she said it takes a village,
Mhm.
not just to raise a child, but
No,
to like
yeah.
for you.
Survive.
Yeah, it is. Everybody needs a village. If you're not plugged into a community, get
Yeah.
plugged into a community. And if you need help getting plugged into a community, reach
Yeah.
out, because there are a lot of communities. And then also speaking about, you know, depression and
Yeah.
suicide, that's also a critical reason to be plugged into a community.
Absolutely.
If you're not in business and if you're not an entrepreneur, but you can make it to some of the Thrive events, just come. We don't
Yeah.
care. We prefer that you be a woman. That's
Yeah.
the thing. But if you're not, reach out and we can plug you into a men's situation. So anyway, I think community is very
It's important.
Yeah. And now you are a successful
100%.
businesswoman who has overcome so many things in your life. I think you should write a book. This is really interesting.
If I was good at writing, I'd have to find someone to write it for me. Is that a thing? I know.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, you can like put it on the. This is literally how I write.
I can't
this.
spell
How
it.
I wrote this.
Okay.
I copy and pasted it in there, and then I hit the mic, and I was like, turn this into talking points for my podcast with Annah Kirschbaum, and it did.
Okay.
And look, it's gorgeous, isn't it? It's just like so organized.
Yeah.
This is not me. This is my trick, but you could find somebody to.
Yeah. I mean, no, that's
you know
now I know. You say chat GPT.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can get it on your phone. It's a free app. I pay for it. I think it's maybe either $20 or $40 a month, but it's so worth it.
Okay.
And it does all of my social media, and I mean, I have
That's awesome.
You know, tell what.
Yeah, of course.
Paste it or whatever.
Of course.
Anyway, I hope you will come and speak with the Thrive WNC ladies. And if you ever wanted to trek to Charlotte, we have three other women's groups down there. And sometimes some of the ladies from up here do go there and talk, especially with such a really inspiring message that you have. I think that can help anyone anywhere. Not just in Western North Carolina, you know.
Yeah.
So,
thank you.
Maybe you'll be able to see her, guys. I live part-time, in case you didn't know, in Charlotte, and part-time in Asheville. My husband lives here, and he has.
I have a sister in Charlotte.
Oh, good.
Yeah. You
could come down and get some of the events there. Yeah. So he's got a young daughter who's still in school, and I have two daughters. They're not very young. They're not. They're about your daughter's age, I guess, in their teenage years. So until they go out on their own.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing, part-time here and part-time there. So I have two different cities that I live in, and I'd love to have you to Charlotte.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah. So check Annah out on Facebook. She's got a Facebook page. I will include her Facebook page link, and you can follow that. Are you on Instagram or TikTok or anything like that?
I am.
It's okay if you
not
don't follow
TikTok, I don't think, but I know we have an Instagram page.
Well, I'll link all of that.
My office manager would be the one to really.
That's right.
Talk to about.
I can't wait till I get an office manager. I want an office manager. Was she the nice lady that I spoke to?
Yes, Heather.
It's very
She's amazing.
Very good. Very smart. Yes. Yeah, did a good job hiring her. So follow Annah. Come see her if you have animals to be groomed. Definitely check her out.
Please, thank you.
I hope you did glean from her message today. She has overcome so much in her life, and she is very successcul. I can attest to that.
Thanks.
So until next time, ladies, see you later.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye. All right. So that